3, 2, 1, 0. All engine.
Whether you've been married 1 or 20 plus years, at some point, you realize you were married into crazy.
And that's what our podcast is all about. We offer love, laughter, and a dose of reality as we unpack this crazy thing called marriage.
So sit back, relax, and get your ear hustle on. It's time to start the conversation.
All right, let's go.
Hey guys, just dropping a quick video here. A testimony for Married Into Crazy Coaching. Great coaching. I was able to speak with Ernie, and he was able to help me fill in some gaps. I felt like I was on a good path already, but I wanted to elevate my game even more. I know I needed a coach to help me do that, and I'm glad that I came here. If you're looking for some great coaching, personal, business, or even with your relationships, look no further. Reach out to these guys. They do great work, and thank you.
Welcome to episode 115 of the Married Into Crazy podcast. I'm Lovey.
I'm Snooks.
And as always, we want to welcome you back this week to the podcast. And you have many choices of what you could be doing right now during your commute. Listen to music, other podcasts, what have you, but you've chosen to be part of the Iron Tribe and hang out with us for a little bit. Get your ear hustle on, if you will, with a couple that's been married for...
almost 24 years.
Did you say that with zeal?
No.
I could tell. See, crazy, people have a tendency to think that crazy stands for...
something negative.
And it's not. It's something positive.
Mm-hmm.
It's compassionate,
real,
accountable,
zealous,
and yielding. And so those are the 5 pillars of what we consider a crazy marriage, which of course, like you heard in our commercial, that you could learn more about by doing our free workshop that we do every single month. And if you go to our website, marriedintocrazy.com, you can go ahead and select, I want a 5-star marriage. And that will allow you to see a real quick webinar. You get another little free bonus tool right there and then. It's like a needs analysis when it comes to being crazy. And then you can also sign up for our free workshop. It's a lot of fun. Last month, we had people from all over the nation. I think we had somebody from Tennessee, Ohio, Colorado. I always forget because they always chime in from different places. Mm-hmm. Why are you laughing?
I know you're not going to remember where they're from, but you try very hard to be like, and then you look at me like, help me out here.
True. Well, like a good husband, like a good spouse,
wow.
I look to my better half for help at all times.
At all times? At all times.
When I need it.
At all times.
When I need your help.
Okay.
Selective memory here.
Yeah, selective needs.
Okay. Well, call it what you want.
I will.
So earlier today, we always like to bring you up real quick on some things that have taken place that are interesting, I think. So earlier today, I was working, and there was a call out from one of our other extreme execution coaches. And there's extreme execution coaches that are all over the world that are helping different people for different tasks. Some are entrepreneurial coaches, working with entrepreneurs in business. Some are sales coaches. Some are family. Some are single moms. Different things. Our particular focus, of course, is working with married couples. Well, this one coach is a hostess on a radio station, and her guest canceled. So she put out like a 911 call real quick, if you will. And several of us coaches responded. So I used my lunchtime to jump on her Facebook Live radio show. And it's called Freedom Radio. And that's FREEDEM, like freedom over there. Go ahead and freedom. Freedom. But it was a great call. We had several coaches, and we're talking about a lot of things that are taking place in today's world with the pandemic kind of back in full force, it seems, with the rise of COVID again. It's like a movie, The Rise of COVID. But it sounds like an Avengers movie, right? But it's one of those. Anyway, we had a great discussion, and I got to represent Married Into Crazy on there, even though Snooks wasn't able to be part of it.
Because Snooks was working.
I was on my lunch.
Okay. I'm just saying, I was working, so it's all good.
That's kind of...
I'm glad that you repped us. That's all that mattered, right?
Right, and the hostess was Ashlyn Cole. Some of you may know Ashlyn Cole from, she was just on BET. Sunday's Best, the most recent season. She made it to the top 5. Should have been top 3 at the very minimum.
She's actually top 4.
Is it top 4?
Yeah. So just thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah.
Okay, my bad. But, my bad, Ashley.
I was about to say, so Ashley, you know who really watched? No.
Hashtag $1 Million Voice. Give a little quick shout out. No, she was amazing. You've heard us talk about her before during the show when it was going on. But her and her co-host, they do it together. Ja'Cory was on there as well, and we had some amazing coaches. And I cannot remember the other coaches' names right now. I remember Jalen, and 2 ladies. Oh my God, it's going to kill me.
Okay, you don't have to say their names. It's just.
Well, I'm giving a shout out to Jalen because he actually ended up subscribing during the show and showed us that he had just subscribed. So, so he gets a special shout out. But anyway, that's what we were kind of leading up to. But again, Snooks is always pointing out the little things that I do kind of weirdly.
No, I'm not.
You do?
So we're clear. I'm not. I promise. No, I'm not. You're not about to say I do.
Honey, you always do that. It's always something.
When you do stuff.
And that's not pointed out?
Aha. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I do. Just like she did it right there. If you're on YouTube, you got to look at how she just did that. Because that's me to a T. The aha. That's what I'm talking about. That little thing. That's... But, you know, there's like these little picadillos or quirks or what have you.
Picadillos. Isn't that a flower?
I don't know.
Plant?
But these are things that make each of us very unique. You know, in our relationships and how we... There's certain things that you do, certain things that I do, certain things that we do as a couple that are considered quirks. What do you consider a quirk to be?
What is a quirk?
I'm asking, what do you think a quirk is?
A quirk, I think, is something that makes you kind of individual. It makes you your own. I don't know. I want to say it's uniquely you, but it's just something that makes you you. I feel like so.
Yeah, but you know what? Realistically, it's. I don't have. Why don't you look up the definition real quick? Use your phone every time. I don't even have my
glasses.
Oh, well, never mind. But so a quirk is, seriously, it's something that is unique. It's one of those things that, like she said, is uniquely you. It's not harmful, but it's just like a little thing that could drive some other people crazy. Whereas to you, you think nothing of it. People do their little quirks.
A peculiar behavioral habit.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Peculiar behavioral habit. What would you say is one of my peculiar behavioral habits?
The desire or need to tell us that you are right in no uncertain way. You don't come in and say, I am right, but you always have this way of telling us what to do.
That's called confidence.
Oh, see, confidence. I say you bossy.
No, everybody has a little quirks. Okay, I'll tell you one of Snooks. And while we're doing this, I want you to think about, go ahead and do this. Text us at our Iron Tribe text community at area code 918-351-2799. Again, that's 918-351-2799. I said it quickly so that way she couldn't jump in.
I was like, really? You're just not going to let me get in?
Go ahead.
Okay,
get it in.
918-351.
Go ahead, girl.
2799. So silly.
Does she read numbers? Ooh.
Well,
so go ahead and text us what some of your quirks are, like something that you do that drives your spouse or your significant other crazy. And also text us what they do. And if there's anything in particular that you do as a couple that other people are like, oh my God, there they go again. Or that's just you. You guys are the only two that ever do. Those are quirks. You know, share what those are, because those are the glorious, what'd you call them? Peculiar behavioral habits that makes you very unique, that makes your relationship or you as an individual stand out.
So I know what you're going to say about mine, but give me one.
Oh, I can give you several.
Quirks, not complaints.
Oh, no. So here's a quirk for Snooks. She, for whatever reason, and we've talked about it before, she opens up cabinets and acts like she does not know how to close them. Like, it's gone beyond the morning routine where I come down, I'm like, oh, I know that there's like, she doesn't like to put anything away. Anything.
That makes me sound sloppy, and that's not the case.
No, you're not sloppy, but I'm just saying, like, if she opens up a cabinet, that cabinet is guaranteed to stay open until somebody comes along and closes it for her.
And that's not true.
If she gets a pot and uses the pot and she's cooking, the cabinet's still open. She could be done. We could be eating dinner. The cabinet's still open.
No.
I'll come down here in the morning. So Snooks has this early morning routine where she has like her vitamin regimen that she goes through. She does certain things, and she'll pull something out of this one particular cabinet where we have a lot of our nutritional supplements and stuff in, and she'll do her routine. But why is that thing still open when I come downstairs? Not only will that be open, the drawer from which she actually pulled her spoon will be open as well. The drawer will be pulled out. The cabinet will be open. Where is she? She's about an hour away in a different city at work. Help me understand how that's a necessity.
What do you mean a necessity? I'm rushing, so I'm like, oh, I gotta. I'm always moving.
It don't take nothing but a quarter of a second to close a drawer.
You're right.
Or the cabinet. But now here's the funny thing. It's unique to her, and I know for a fact that if she didn't do that, I would miss it. After almost 24 years of her doing that, it's the norm. So now rather than complain, I complain just because I like to complain and make it a thing. But I have no problem going behind her and doing that, and closing it.
Okay. Thank you. Now I know that it doesn't bother you.
It does. No, it is a flaw
I know
that
it
you need to
doesn't
work
bother
on.
you, like you said it does. You have a peculiar behavior.
That's
One
fine.
thing that you do, I want to kiss. I'll come and get ready to kiss Lovey. Silly man licks my face. And I'm like,
Girl,
don't do it.
You know you like
Don't
that.
do it. Just give me a kiss.
Girl, you know you like that.
I'm like, Lovey, ew.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, so here's another peculiarity. And we're just going to be like bearing all kinds of stuff tonight. So, Snooks has a tendency to call outside the outdoors. She will not go out because you'll say, we'll be like, hey, come outside. During the summer or spring.
I say outside.
I want to do like dinner or something outside. Light a citronella candle, all that,
Okay.
keep the bugs away. She's like, no, I ain't going out there. I smell like the outdoors.
Smell like outside. Okay, so I don't know if anybody, that outside smell when you go outside and then you come back in. Not like if you just go outside and you're just out there for 2 seconds. When you outside and you're just whatever it is you're doing, then you come back in the house. I'm like, you smell like outside. So when we were growing up, my family, they used to say you smell fresh, like that's a good thing. I used to think that it's a fresh smell. It's a good smell, Nope. Fresh means bad. So I don't say fresh because fresh to me means clean.
She's fresh.
Exactly, cool in the game. So I call it the outside. You smell like outside. And outside doesn't smell good when you come back in the house. I'm like, you smell like outside. Go take a shower.
That's so funny to me. Okay, I'm not just bearing her stuff. I'll tell you one of my quirks. I don't know if it's really a quirk, but it's something I picked up from my mom. It was the way I was raised. But it grosses everybody else out. Everybody I know.
The grits with the ketchup.
I eat grits with ketchup.
He messes up grits
Ketchup and hot sauce.
with ketchup.
It's the way my mom always did it, and I didn't know anything else. And so everybody I meet, when they see me put put ketchup on my grits, they freak out.
Okay, here's my thing about that. If you want ketchup and hot sauce on like starchy food, make some potatoes. Grits are made for sugar and butter. That's it. So
There's two things that need to go on grits. Or there's several things. Here's the only things that need to go on grits.
sugar,
Ketchup and hot sauce?
and butter.
Or
Sugar
shrimp,
and butter. Okay, yeah, okay.
shrimp, or cheese. Cheesy grits, shrimp and grits, and my ketchup and grits.
Shrimp and grits, yes. Butter and sugar, yes. Yes.
Get some cream of wheat. Get that nasty stuff. Don't be ruining some good old grits.
Get some cream of wheat. So if you eat cream of wheat, do you put?
I don't eat cream of wheat.
Oh, okay. So
Can't
you
stand
never
that.
had to eat cream of wheat?
No.
How do
I'd
you
take
know
a
you
whipping.
can't stand it?
'Cause they tried to give it to me.
And so when you ate it,
I took the L every time.
maybe because you didn't have butter and sugar in it.
I was like, nope, give me my grits.
Okay, whatever.
So
Oatmeal. Do you put? Why you look at me like that?
I know you're not gonna say you put some sugar
I'm
and some
asking,
butter
do you-
and sugar,
What do you
maple
put on
syrup
your
and
oatmeal?
butter.
Look, log cabin. Whatever.
I don't eat it like regular oatmeal. I know I should, like steel cut or something like that.
I mean, just oatmeal. Like if it's the plain oatmeal,
I don't eat
not
plain
the
oatmeal.
package.
I don't do plain.
We used to get the.
I would put
Well,
some
that was
syrup.
because we were
I was making my own maple
doing
syrup.
workout stuff.
I was putting.
No, Mary doing oatmeal with egg whites.
Oh yeah, I
So
hated
that
that.
was
Yeah.
that was gross. Anyway, now we're all off on a tangent.
No,
Sorry.
okay. So little quirks. So what's another quirk?
Besides you telling everybody how right you are.
I don't tell people how right I am. I just
Lovey's
proceed to let
favorite
you know.
thing. Here's what you need to do.
Okay, that might be a quirk.
That is a quirk. Here's what you need to do. I'm like, okay, I didn't ask. Okay, so can I say something? And we already know he's gonna tell us. We're like,
The
we
truth.
just want you to listen. And he's just like, it's just in him. Okay, can I say something? No, you cannot say anything. Okay, I know I'm not supposed to say anything, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You don't do that?
Mm-mm. Maybe I do occasionally.
I will tell Lovey, I'm like, okay, love, I got it. Something happened, whatever, I got it. I'm like, don't say anything. He's like, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'll let you, whatever, you just take care of it. And half hour later or something like that, he's like, okay. I'm like, did you say? He goes, you know I was going to. I couldn't help myself.
Okay,
Seriously?
here's another quirk.
Okay.
And it's mine.
Oh.
She act like she got no quirks. I'm trying to think now.
I
So-
don't. Nah.
So one of my other quirks, it's how I make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So I'll take 2 pieces of bread, right? And you basically, I know a lot of people, what they do is they put peanut butter on one slice and they put the jelly on the other slice.
Like normal people.
And that's ridiculous. So I used to do that too in my peanut butter and jelly immaturity. And so when I became a mature peanut butter and jelly eater,
Okay.
a PBJer, I
PBJ.
I put all the peanut butter on one slice, and then I put the jelly right on top of the peanut butter and spread it around on there. And then I wipe the knife on the other side, the clean bread, and then I put it together. It's the only sandwich I do that for.
So the jelly is not sticking to the bread because it's falling out because it doesn't have anything to hold on to.
It's the same thing. Jelly's on the bread, but I put it on the
always
peanut
feel
butter
like
first.
when you put the jelly on the bread, it's on the bread. You just slop jelly on top of
The peanut butter.
the peanut butter just loosely, so it doesn't have anything to keep it together.
No bite.
Yeah.
You know why I started doing that? Well, one day I was making a peanut butter and banana sandwich. And don't
And those are good actually.
So the peanut butter and banana sandwich, I was like, oh, I just put the banana right on it, because you put the banana on the peanut butter, right? Right?
Yes, of course.
You don't put the banana on the plain piece of bread.
No, because I put peanut butter on both breads when it's peanut butter and banana, because the banana needs to stick, right?
I don't put banana.
You don't do
I don't put peanut butter on the other
So
side.
do your bananas fall out?
Nope.
Oh,
That's when I came to the conclusion that I can put jelly on.
I didn't know that was something
the
you had to
peanut
come
butters.
to a conclusion to, but
These are the things I think of.
whatever. Yeah, apparently.
But that's a quirk. Okay, so what would you consider another one of your quirks?
I don't know.
Mind you, I've asked her to think about this for like the
I
last.
don't have any quirks.
Oh yes, you.
Besides the cabinets, okay, I'll give you that, and the drawers, okay, cabinets and drawers.
Here's another quirk. Nobody in the house gets to fold laundry except for Snooks.
Because no one folds laundry correctly.
But she's not the one that wears all the clothes.
Oh no, they can fold their own clothes now. When they were younger, I had this thing about, maybe this is a quirk. The drawers need to be neat. I don't like messy drawer, and that was always been a thing, kind of a contention with us, because the whole idea was like, no one can see what's in the drawer. But I know that the drawer is messy. That drives me crazy. I want the drawer to be neat. So fold the clothes. Make them neat.
So here's another quirk of Snook's.
What?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Just saying. She has to have Pepsi with ice.
Oh, yeah. That's not a quirk, though. Who just wants a hot Pepsi?
No, if the Pepsi was in the refrigerator and it was cold,
that's not.
and you try and pour it in a glass and give it to her without any ice.
Oh yeah, I don't like it in the. It has to be in a glass. I don't like it in the can.
She doesn't like plastic either. She can't stand it being in a plastic cup.
I can take it in the plastic.
She
cup.
gets mad when it's in a plastic cup.
No, I don't get mad.
That is a quirk.
And it's not a quirk. Oh no, it's not a quirk. Is it a quirk?
It is.
Aw.
It is.
No, it's not.
I'm trying to think. What's another quirk? I know that we as a couple.
Oh yeah, I think we have our little quirks. Lovey and I, we dance together. I mean, the kids don't like it. We kind of run around. It's playful though. I don't know if that's quirky. They think we're corny because we still might play tag or running on the island in the kitchen. He's chasing me or I'm chasing him or whatever. The kids are like, okay, whatever, you guys. But I think it's cute.
I think so. I just thought of another quirk of mine. I got a lot of quirks now that we're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what the kids cannot stand, or my wife. That if we're talking about something, I will sing it in a contemporary song of some sort. And so I'll mess up the melody left and right, but I'll sit there and start singing what I want to say to them, but I'll try and sing it in the melody and the tune of some song or whatever it may be.
Like one of their good song, anybody's song that they like. Lovey will just, I don't know why. Why do you do that? It's hecka funny though, except for when he does it to me. The girls get upset, especially Kiana. She's like, "Oh my God, Dad, could you please not? You're ruining the song, Dad." And then so Susie knows, she's like,
Kiki, wash the dishes. And don't miss that spot like you did last time. So I'll see, just like that. I'll mess it up.
"Oh my God!"
But I will sing it and sing it and sing it, and it drives them nuts.
Lovey, that is so funny. You do that all the time.
All the time.
That's okay. Another quirk is Lovey. He serenades me, and that's sweet.
I think so.
Yeah, that's a quirk though. That's our own little thing, Or we'll serenade each other. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we're acting out a video, and
That's good stuff, though.
No, it's quirky. It's just us. That's what we do. One thing that we do also, I make him hold my hand. Well, I won't say I make him hold my hand.
Right. He will not hold my hand.
No, we hold hands all the time. All the time. And I'm like, where's your hand? He goes, I'm cold. I'm like, Lovey, give me your hand. And so I'll reach in this pocket and I'll make him hold my hand.
She does. The only time that it's difficult is when it's hot. It's hot, and then for whatever reason, she's like heat miser, and she's hotter than it is outside.
Whatever.
And her hand's like blazing, and I'm like, I'm not holding your hand.
Yeah, he won't hold my hand.
Because it's like so darn hot at
that
times.
hurts my feelings.
I think that's kind of it. I mean, there's other things that we do, but I'd be very curious to hear what your quirks are. What are the things that you do? And the reason why we're talking about all this, quite honestly, when it comes back to relationships, it's not just about us. A long time ago, we put out a meme that said that we are imperfect, but perfectly made for each other. It says perfectly imperfect, but perfectly made for each other.
Okay, I thought you were going to say something. That's why I was stopping. So here's the thing, too, about quirks when you think about it. Just like you said, if I stopped leaving the cabinets open, you'd miss that. And I think that there are times when some of the things that we get upset about, if you think hard on it, if you think hard enough on it, or you really sit and evaluate it, you'll be like, oh, it's not really that bad. And it's really more quirky than it is what nervy, or when it gets on your nerves a lot, you know. So at the end of the day, because I'm just being honest, I know couples, or like there's someone who they either were divorced or their spouse died, and the thing that used to drive them the craziest is the thing that they miss the most. So it's like, it's almost like learning how to treasure the quirkiness in your relationship. These are the things that make us us. Like, I promise I probably won't miss you licking my face when I kiss you.
You will.
When I kiss you, but
Yes, you will,
you
girl.
know, that's what makes lovey. If I'm reading, you know, there's one thing, like I go to bed and I like to have some downtime and I like to read. And Love's like, okay, are you going to read? And I'm like, yeah. And as soon as he says, are you going to read? I already know what that means. That means get comfortable, because I'm about to roll over and I'm going to put my head on your stomach or your leg or whatever. And you're going to have to learn how to balance your book or your iPad, and you're going to scratch my back. So that's one of the things that, you know, he doesn't even have to say, oh, scratch my back or whatever. He just looks, are you going to read? Yep. All right. So I already know I got to get positioned for Lovey to put his head on me, and I scratch his back. And then when I'm done reading or I fall asleep, I just tap him. And for however reason, any other time, he will not wake up if I was to touch him because he's knocked out. But I'll just tap him. I won't even have to say Lovey. I don't shake him. I'll just do like a double tap on his back. He wakes up and he rolls over, and just like that. So that's one of our little things that, you know, that I would miss. So it's like, think about the things that maybe drive you crazy. And if you start to think of, you know, maybe it's not really that big of a deal. I remember my dad died in 2018. And we were talking, and she goes, yeah, I kind of miss, my mom would be in the room, and my dad would go into the front room, and he'd turn on the TV, but he'd come right back to the room where she was and start asking her questions about what she's watching. And she used to complain about that so much, like, why does he do that, you know? And I was like, Mom, maybe he's just trying to, you know, be in conversation with you, or, you know, trying to whatever. She's like, that just drives me crazy. I don't know why he does that. So now that he's gone, you know, she doesn't have that anymore. And she told me, like, maybe 6 months ago, that she misses that. The noise in the front room, or him going to the front, turning the TV on, not staying up there 5 minutes, but coming back to the room to ask her questions about what she's watching, you know?
See, and that's funny, you know, and it's those little things that makes all the difference in a relationship. Mm-hmm. They seem inconsequential, they seem minor, but I would miss. I don't know that, like, if something was to happen and Snooks wasn't around, I don't know that I would be able to enjoy a movie, because I'd be waiting for somebody to come ask me questions in the middle of the movie or make a noise or something. That's a unique quirk that she has as well. She has this, now that we're talking about it, so here's another quirk of Snooks. You ready to watch the movie? Yeah, okay. So I'm sitting there. I'll start the movie. She's like, okay, go ahead and start the movie. After she got everything right. And then, like, the movie's starting, and then she'll get up and have to go in the kitchen and do something else. I'm like, wait, what are you doing? So I'll pause the movie, and I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, just go ahead and play it. I'm like, I'm not going to play the movie. Oh, I'll be able to see it. I'm like, no, but you're distracting me now. And so it's just one of those things where she does it all the time.
Okay, so since you bring that up, that is a quirk that I have, and one of the things that drives my whole entire family berserk is when I watch a show. But I watch a show and I'm never just engaged, because I'm always thinking about all the stuff that I have to do. So I'll watch it, and then we'll have to rewind it, just like not even 5 minutes, but I missed that part. Okay, rewind it. And then I'll start doing something. I'm like, dang nabbit, I missed it again. And so they're like, just pause the TV. I'm like, I'm in here by myself. Why is it bothering you that I keep rewinding this show? They'll come downstairs. Are you still watching the show 2 hours later? And it's like a 45-minute show.
That's so true. Oh my goodness, so true.
I'm always doing like, dag nabbit, I missed it. So I have to sit there and I'm like, oh, okay. I'll watch it. Oh, I got that part. So then I'm still doing other things. So I'm trying to complete so many things at one time, but my family goes crazy.
And it's funny because none of us really watch her shows.
Any of them.
But we actually end up watching her shows because if you walk through the living room at any point when she's watching a show, you're guaranteed to see that episode 3-4 times.
No, and that's not true because Lovey, even you, he'll say, oh, I'm not going to watch that show. I'm not going to watch it. He'll come in the kitchen, he'll throw something away, and then he'll stand there with his arms crossed, and he'll just watch. And I'm like, mm-hmm. So 10 minutes goes by. He's like, oh, I got stuff to do. Then he comes back in there again, and he'll say, okay, so what happened with that girl? Or blah, 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 whatever. Or the next time the show comes on, oh, so what did eventually happen with dude? I'm like, really? Don't ask me questions. You don't need to ask.
That's a bit of a quirk as well. But again, another illustration of why it's important to really treasure the little things and not sweat the small stuff, because it's those things that are really going to make a difference when it's all said and done.
They're the things that make you you and the things that make me me. Like, just how we do certain things. You do certain things and I'm like, Lovey did that. I don't even need to ask who did this. There'll be something I'm like, oh, I already know Lovey did that. Oh yeah, that's Dad. Don't even worry about it,
So another quirk, because as you're talking, I just thought of something. And this is, I should plead the fifth, but I'm going to convict myself. I'm incriminating myself, and I'm going to own it. One of my major quirks that I know I need to work on, but I kind of do it on purpose.
Oh,
if the kids have any candy or any food,
good Lord,
I will purposely eat a piece or a slice. No, I mean, not like take a bite out of something. It's like if they got like a bag, like, who ate one of my little Snickers? And I'm like, it's mine, it's my house. And I do it just to be, but it's like a little, to me, it's fun.
No, to us it's nerve-wracking. So Lovey will eat everybody else's stuff, but then I remember we did an episode and talked about how I said, oh, I don't want any French fries, or I don't want any whatever, and he'll bring some food home, and if I say, oh, just give me one, oh, I just want a fry, I thought you didn't want no French fries, and he gets upset because I want one French fry, but I'm like, but dude, you eat everything in the house that belongs to other folk. If they don't have our name on it, you're like, oh, well, it's just in the refrigerator. Well, you didn't put it there. So what you eating it for?
Because I bought the refrigerator.
All by yourself?
Not by myself.
Oh,
Half that refrigerator's mine.
Maybe you did. I wasn't working then.
Oh, okay. There you go. No, but it's just
community property state, though. This is where we got buried.
It's one of them. It's them little things. Mm-hmm. It's all those little things that add up to the uniqueness of your relationship. So take some time and hopefully look at your life, look at your relationship through a different lens. Not so much that, oh, he gets on my nerves the way he does that. Oh, I cannot stand the way he chews. Oh, I don't like the way she does that. Or why do you tie your shoes? Or, some people have like little quirks where they always have to put their left shoe on before they put their right shoe on, never the other way. Mm-hmm. Or, little things. But those are the things that are so cool. And if you haven't noticed them, start watching to see what those quirks are. I would love for you to take inventory of the things that you do differently, or what'd you call it? A peculiar behavioral.
Behavior.
So yeah, try and take inventory of your peculiar behaviors and then take joy in them. Because those are the things that make you, that make your spouse who he or she is, and it's what makes your relationship unique, because your relationship has a very specific DNA that no other relationship has. There is not a single other relationship on the face of the earth that is just like yours. And it's these little quirks that make your relationship unique. Mm-hmm. So I say all of that because I want you to...
I'm going to say this. They all have a quirk in this house, a peculiar behavior. I don't know why they do it. But so I leave to go to work before everyone else gets out of bed. And typically I might get home, maybe sometimes I get home.
Wow, you're going to go there?
What am I going to say?
Go ahead.
After, everyone or whatever. And I come home, say my greetings or whatever. I'm not here an hour, maybe 30 minutes. And I get the infamous question. What's for dinner? I'm like, I don't know. Because I've been gone all day. No one decided to take anything out to make dinner because they've been here. But I just, soon as I get home, like I said, maybe half hour, miraculously, I'm supposed to know what's for dinner when no one decided to take anything out. That's a quirk. That drives me crazy that they do. Peculiar. I don't know why. Because, let's just take something out and, mama cook. But let everything be frozen and then ask mom what's for dinner.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
And that is not a quirk.
Okay.
That is a behavior flaw of all your children.
And their father.
I don't know what you're talking about. I took out food today.
Today you did.
Two
Good
things.
job.
And I
Yeah.
will pat myself on the back. I will.
He took them out.
I was
They're
working.
still frozen.
Okay, so Snooks acts like because I'm home that I'm not working.
Did you eat lunch?
No, I was on the show.
You didn't eat lunch.
I didn't eat lunch because I used my lunch to actually. Anyway,
That water right there.
is my
You
water.
didn't fill it up.
I stuck it out the window and got rain. It was raining today. I put it out the window and I collected rain.
Wow.
I drank
Okay.
the elixir that the Lord provided
Oh
for
my
me.
goodness! Get out! You're so crazy.
But that's what we want you to do. We want you to take stock of the quirks within your relationship and look at them differently. And give praise and give thanks for those quirks.
Yeah.
No one else has them. You were blessed with them. And enjoy them.
Well, yeah, and that, like we said kind of earlier, that's what makes your relationship your relationship. That's what makes your relationship unique from other people. Some of us, we may all do, we always say, same story, different household, but it may be the same overall or overview, but the way that it's executed may be different,
Right.
So take some stock into that. What makes your relationship so unique? What quirky things make your spouse and you?
Yep. So one of the things that you can do is get the I Can. So what we're going to be doing is for the holidays, because it looks like COVID is on the rise yet again, and so it looks like a lot of families may end up being sent back home again. I know that some of the offices that I call on are starting to reduce the amount of traffic that's in there because they're afraid of what can happen. So what we're going to do for the holidays, for now through the remainder of the year, is we're going to reduce the price of the I Can and make sure that it's under $10. We want to be able to create a gift that you as a couple can utilize that and give away, what have you. That's going to be under $10. It's not going to be anything super expensive, but it's, again, the little things. The I Can for couples is a way for you to use these 40 different affirmations to just do an I Can, a very positive statement about the little things that you can do to add a little flavor, to add a little, uniqueness, a little bit of happiness in your relationship. And it doesn't require a whole heck of a lot. So I think we're going to drop that down to like $9.95 or something along those lines, but definitely under $10. So what is, I gotta grab mine.
Grab yours.
Okay, what does yours say?
Mine says, I can send flowers just because.
And I think she's duplicated this one over and over again and keeps throwing it back in here. But mine says, I can go shopping with my partner. Christmas shopping.
Do I want you Christmas shopping?
She doesn't want me shopping with her at all, honestly, to be completely honest. She hates it when I go. Because one of my quirks is that when we go in there, I'm like, where's the list? Let's just get what we're supposed to get and get out.
That's not shopping. That's not shopping.
That's shopping. That's the best shopping in the world.
No, that's picking up a few things. Shopping is going and being leisure and looking and seeing. Okay.
That's a quirk.
Oh, that's cute. Oh,
And that
maybe I
ain't-
like
that
that
ain't
one
cute.
over there. Let's compare. Lovey don't do that.
Let me show, don't do that. Look, y'all, we appreciate the time that we spend with you every single week. Tell your friends. As a matter of fact, do us a favor and go to iTunes and leave a 5-star review, right? Or a 5-star rating and leave a review. Let us know how things are going, how this has impacted your relationship. If it's been a positive thing, if you enjoyed, if it's been humorous, if it's been educational. This is a form of edutainment that we thoroughly enjoy because We feel like it is really our calling to work with other couples. On our website, it says that our moniker is love, laughter, and overcoming adversity in marriage. That's what we love to do and help others do. And, we want to share that with as many people as absolutely possible. Mm-hmm. So please go to iTunes, leave a review, leave a 5-star rating, and then don't forget to go to marriedintocrazy.com and join the workshop. We've already got people registered for this month, and we love to have you in the class as well. So
that's November 28th.
Yep, November 28th, Saturday.
11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Well, until the next time.
Oh, and just so we continue to do, we're gonna observe the 8 minutes and 46 seconds for social justice at the end of the podcast.
Absolutely. So in that silence, go ahead and reflect on the things that you can do to be a better citizen, to be a better neighbor, a better husband, a better wife, a better parent, a better person in your community. How can you spread the love, and be a good neighbor?
Yeah. There's going to be a change in the administration as far as government